I'm Tanya with Pretty Posh Ambitious. Coming to you today to talk about something a little bit different, but definitely real and definitely near and dear to my heart. So, as you see today, I am there, you know, in an effort to be completely transparent, honest, and open about the topic that I'm about to discuss. I decided I wasn't going to put on any makeup today. I wasn't going to add any lashes or anything to fix myself up. I was just going to show up as me and as I am right now. And for a few reasons. One reason is because I'm currently in the middle of a really tough, depressive episode, and I just don't have the energy. I can't. It's a challenge to even get out of the bed, okay? So I'm just showing up as me. And in showing up as me, I hope that people can see or get a glimpse of what depression is, what comes along with it, what it's like to live with depression, and so forth, right? So, yeah, that's why I'm here. And then, not only that, I need to learn to be okay with Tanya. You know, all of that makeup, oh my God, really, in the middle of me doing my video. I hope y'all can still hear me. So let's take a break. Okay, so Billy Bob done slowed down. Hopefully he'll stay chill and let me finish my video, but we'll see. So back to depression. I wanted to come on here and basically journal, a video journal about depression. So I know some people may think, you know, why would you share, like a journal is supposed to be private. Why openly journal about something so personal and just so personal? Yes, sharing my struggles with depression, it does make me feel very vulnerable. It does. But it's real. And there are so many people that don't understand it, including myself at times. I'm still learning about my depression and how to manage it and how to live with it. When I was first diagnosed, I thought that, you know, it was a temporary thing. I thought that it was like being sad. I would feel down for a little while and it would go away. That was about 5 or 6 years ago. And each episode has been different, a lot different. And a lot of them, during those episodes, I feel like I'm at rock bottom, but this time it's much worse. And it scares me because if I feel like I'm at rock bottom and it keeps getting worse and worse, like, my God, what else? You know, I can't. I mean, I can't. I just can't. I can't. I feel like I just can't. I can't what? I don't know. I can't. Depression, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I wanted to share because, number one, I feel super alone. And I know there are other people out there that struggle with depression who may or may not even know what it is. And I guess I'm trying to offer a sense of community to those people because I know when I am on TikTok or other social media platforms and I come across people that also suffer with depression that share their struggles and different things that they have done that has helped them, it makes me feel better. It's not misery loves company or anything like that, but it just gives me a sense of hope. It makes me feel better because I do feel very, very alone and misunderstood. Let me go ahead and clear this up. Do I have a family and friends that love and support me? Yes, I do. But when you suffer with depression, you have voices. No, I don't really want to say voices like, you know, no, but there are voices or thoughts that cloud your mind and tells you negative things all day. So while I know my children love me, I know my husband loves me, I know my family members love me. They have been very supportive, but I also realize that it's difficult, you know, it's difficult being married to someone that suffers with depression. It's definitely difficult to have a parent that suffers with depression. And I know it's difficult to have a daughter, sister, or friend that suffers with it because when our loved ones, I don't know about you, but when my loved ones come to me with a problem, especially one that causes them pain, I want to fix it. I want to make it better. And with depression, there's nothing they can do. So, you know, on one hand, I don't want to keep sharing with my family for several reasons. The first reason is I know they can't do anything. You know, yes, I share a lot because I'm desperate. I'm not gonna lie, I'm desperate, and yes, this is a call for help. I don't know what to do. I'm under the care of a psychiatrist. take medications, I've tried supplements, and there are things that help, and I'll come back to that, but it's hard. It's really hard. So I thought, I don't have a therapist right now. That's a whole nother subject for a whole nother day. But I said maybe, doing this journal will help me to get it out, to process it. And then not only that, it gives me an opportunity to come back and see, how far I've come, or just track my progress, whether that be up or down. And then who knows, maybe somebody out there will see this and identify with it or understand it. It can give me some tips on what actually works for them. I am desperate. I am at the point where I feel like I no longer have control. And it's very scary, because it's just very scary when you have all of these thoughts telling you all of these negative things. And in your natural mind, you know better, and like I know that I don't want to die. I know I don't want to commit suicide. I'm terrified of death. I want to be here for my sons and my husband and my loved ones. But there are times when the thoughts come, and I just, it's so scary, because even though I know that I don't want to do that, there are times when it feels like that is my only escape. So it's scary. When I say it's scary because I feel like, is there going to come a time when I'm not strong enough to fight those feelings? Am I going to get to a point where I feel like, my only option is to give in? I used to always say, I had a very dear friend that committed suicide. I was crushed. We used to always talk about depression and share our battles, but she never ever mentioned suicide to me, never. And when she did it, I was so angry with her, because I'm like, she wasn't even 40 yet. She had no children and she wasn't married. And I felt like, you have so much more life ahead of you. How could you cheat yourself like that? But now that I'm in it, the way that I'm in it, I get it. And that scares me. I don't want to get it, but I can understand how someone can turn to that. Am I saying I'm going to kill myself? No, that's not at all what I'm saying. I'm simply trying to explain how when you're in a depressive episode, or when you suffer with depression and things are bad, the type of thoughts that attack your mind is really, really real. And it's really hard. Really, really hard. Okay, so I have so much to say about this topic. I realize I can't say it all today, so I'm going to share a few more things, and I'm going to make this part one of a new installment. I'm going to make this an ongoing thing. If nobody watches, that's okay. I'm getting it out, and I have something that I can come back and watch. Again, I will share. It's not easy for me to make this video, and it's definitely not easy for me to share for several reasons. For one, I don't feel the best about myself right now. Depression is telling me all types of things about myself, so this makes me super vulnerable, and then, you think about those people. We all have, I don't want to say haters, because I hate using that word, but we all have people in our lives, or that were once in our lives, and we're no longer on the same page, and those people would maybe like to see you doing bad. And maybe you see this, or someone might see this as giving them ammunition and giving them something to talk about, but I can't think about them and what they think, because it doesn't matter. Their opinions of me is a reflection of them, and what they say about me, or if they make fun of me, they got to answer to God for that. And you never know what's down the road for you, or all of that to say, I just can't care. I have to focus on doing what I need to do to feel okay, and that's it right now. So I create the videos because, number one, I need to get it out. Number two, I don't want to keep putting this on my family and friends. They're there for me, but it's like, I know they can't do anything. I know they can't. They can pray. They can uplift me. My sister, she's the sweetest. Today, last few days have been very hard. I had something that triggered this episode, and today I was kind of I have a hard time articulating my thoughts, which you will see. I will get tongue-tied a lot. I will mispronounce words, And that's okay. That's me. And just because I mispronounce a word or I say something incorrectly, it doesn't mean I'm dumb. And that's one reason I don't speak up a lot in public, is because I'm afraid I'm going to get tongue-tied, embarrass myself, and look dumb. Okay, I can't care anymore. I mean, look dumb and find happiness, I'll take that over not look dumb, but staying depressed and, suffering silently because I don't want to embarrass myself. I think I'll take embarrassment over staying where I am. But yeah, my sister, she offered to come spend the night with me tonight because my husband works a job where he's not here every night. Some nights he is, some nights he isn't. And she knows that tonight is one of those nights where I will be alone. And she offered to come spend the night, leave her family, to come spend the night. And that means the world to me. It does. I'm not going to ask her to do that because I don't want to inconvenience her. And one thing that makes depression hard is I do want help. I do want attention. But let me just say, I don't know what kind of attention. I don't want the attention of, ooh, I feel so sorry for her. Ooh, she's depressed. Ooh, she's this. That's not what I'm looking for. I don't know what I'm looking for. I just know that I'm at the point where I don't know what to do. And it's scaring me. So I just, in wanting that, I still don't want to be an inconvenience to my family and friends. I don't want to become a burden. I don't want them to see my number on the phone and not answer the call. Because let's be honest, if you have someone that each time they call you, they're sharing something negative, whether you love them or not, you're not going to want to, you're not going to want to hear it. You're just not going to want to deal with it. So that's one of the things when people say, I know you're going through, girl, you can call me anytime. I don't want to be that person calling somebody to ruin their good day because of my depressive episode, especially when I know that it's not anything outside of just being there that they can do. So I've just told myself, I know my family loves me. I know they hate that I suffer with depression, but I also realize several of them don't understand it. They don't get it. They don't, certain individuals in my family, I have tried to explain depression and how depression works as I have learned it, because like I said, I don't understand all of it. I haven't. I've learned a lot because I go looking for it. So instead of me trying to put things into my own words, it's easy for me to go out and find a blog or article that summarizes my feelings. So I've shared that with some friends and some family members, and some have gotten it. Some, it has really, helped them have a clearer understanding of what it's like to live with depression, but others, they just don't. And see, with my depressed mind, when they don't get it, it makes me feel like, well, do they even care? Did they try? So I understand, people think depression is just being sad. It's not. It's so much more than being sad. When you're sad, you're down. It's like temporary. So you're sad, you hate something that has happened. I'm sad that, I'm trying to think of an example. I'm sad because, someone passed away. Terrible, That makes me sad. I hate to see that. Like the shootings and things in the schools and all of that. Terribly sad. But I can't focus too much on it, because if I focus too much on things that make me sad, it can trigger what is for me depression. Depression is more than just being sad, because when I have depression, it's like I don't have any control. And I hate to put it that way because it sounds like I'm being extreme, but it's the truth. When my depression, or I'm in the middle of a depressive episode, sometimes it's so bad I can't get out of the bed. I know that I have 2 legs and 2 arms. I can swing my legs around, put my feet on the ground, and stand up. But mentally, there's no will for me to get out of the bed. And not only that, yes, depression is in your mind, but there are also physical symptoms. And when I am in a really bad depressive episode, my body hurts sometimes. My body feels heavy. My chest hurts. I have a heaviness in my chest. Sometimes I feel like I don't have mental clarity, so it's like a fogginess that comes over me mentally, and my thoughts aren't clear. And like lately, I've been feeling like, when you take something, like maybe you take some Benadryl and the Benadryl comes over you and you get this overwhelming sense of drowsiness. That's how I feel when I first wake up in the morning. It is so hard for me to simply get out of bed. So let's say I get out of the bed. I get out of the bed, walk to the kitchen, fix something to eat. I'm already barely getting by. So let's say on the way to doing that, or while doing that, something happens. It can be something as small as I trip, or someone tells me you forgot to do X, Y, and Z. That's a small thing, but to me in that moment, because I'm already struggling with so much, it just makes everything explode, which makes me look crazy. So maybe I am crazy, if that's what you want to call it, but it's not easy. And I try not to overreact. I try to stay calm. I try not to take things personally, but I don't have control of it. I wish I did, but I don't. And one example I think about with my depression, I feel like I always have to apologize for having depression. Because I feel bad, I feel guilty about it, but it's not something that I choose to do. It's not like I woke up one morning and said, "Oh, I think I want to be special. I want to suffer with depression." If I did want to be special, I wouldn't want to have that or be special because of an illness. When people suffer with illnesses such as, other illnesses, I'm not going to name one, but when people suffer with other illnesses, people don't look to them to apologize for that. People are more understanding, but when it comes to mental illness, it's like people don't understand, or I'll say most people don't understand that mental illness is an illness just like something that affects you medically. It's not something that a person has control over. I can't speak for everyone that suffers with depression, but I know me, if I could be free of this, I can't even get the words out, but I think you know what I mean. So it's not something that, it's not a choice. It's not like you can just snap out of it and be okay. Because I'm fighting. I'm fighting. I'm fighting really hard. I've had my times where I feel like I can't do this anymore. I can't. And lately I've had more and more of those moments where I just felt like I've had all I can take and I can't do it anymore. But in those moments, I sit and I ask myself, okay, if I quit, what's my options? So we've already talked about suicide. I'm not killing myself. I'm going to be here for these boys. I'm going to be here. I can't leave my children. I have to be here for my boys, if for nothing.